Welcome, President Bill Clinton.
Thank you. Good morning and welcome to the 2023 meeting of CGI. Whether you've traveled from across town or across the globe, I want to thank you all for coming. It's a great honor for Hillary, Chelsea, and me, and for all of our staff. Here's what I hope you will be thinking about over the next 2 days. There are, as the film just pointed out beautifully, there are choices we all make every day. Every single day, we wake up and it's like there's a scale inside us. And it's tilted a little positive, it's tilted a little negative, maybe it's just in balance. And then we decide, what are we going to do in the faces of life's challenges, big and small? And whether we recognize it or not, we are making those decisions all the time. That's what this is about. How do we avoid getting discouraged? How do we avoid giving up? How do ordinary people, in the face of insurmountable obstacles, keep going? Are we going to live our lives in a way that makes the most of the moment, or that reflect the resentments and scars and burdens of what happened to us yesterday? Do we really believe we can make the future better for ourselves and others, or not? Simple, basic choices, of which many of us are not aware as we make them. I think about the mother I met in Africa, getting up every day and working simply 1/4 acre of land with nothing but hand tools so she'd be able to send her children to school. I think about young people leading the fights against climate change, for racial justice, thinking, doesn't matter if I'm rich and famous and powerful, I can still make a difference and I can't let anything stand in my way. And I think about all those scientific researchers that have been unbelievably ridiculed in the modern age, struggling to find a cure, this time for COVID. It's working over and over and over again and bringing out a life-saving set of vaccines in record time in the face of people attacking them and their methods daily. These people do what they do because they think the future can be better than the present, and because they can't live with any other choice. They have to do it. Most of us do what we do because we want to do it. And that's why you're here. We have a responsibility to try to make a difference. Giving up and giving in is a surefire guarantee that we will not make progress on the major challenges facing us. Being distracted and majoring in the minors may be momentary good politics, but it's a terrible way to run a railroad or a country or build a future for our children. So over the next 2 days, make the most of this opportunity. Talk to people you might not otherwise meet. Keep yourself open to new ideas and new perspectives. And above all, steel yourself to keep going, whatever that looks like, because our future depends on it. I think of all the challenges we face it is likely that none requires more collective action than seriously addressing climate change. Every day we have new evidence of the new reality we already live in. The wildfires are more deadly and more rapidly moving. The floods are deeper, the droughts are longer, the hurricanes and typhoons more severe. Record air and ocean temperatures, species die-offs, and with every new headline, the reminder that the longer we fail to act, the more severe the consequences will be. Things will get worse, and they, in turn, will exacerbate our other political challenges, including poverty, hunger, malnutrition, disease, and, of course, armed conflict. But there's a flip side here. We know that if we work together, whenever we do it seriously, deliberately, and over an extended period of time, things get better. We can lift up the human community, we can improve the human condition, and we know that there's something for everybody to do, particularly in this space. Entrepreneurs and innovators all around the world have already proven that there are significant responses to climate change which will make things better, lower future risks, and improve outcomes.
And now, as it is always my honor, I'd like all of you to warmly welcome someone that I have had the enormous privilege of quite literally looking up to my whole life until I became taller than her. Please join me in welcoming certainly one of my incredible heroes and someone I'm so thankful I get to call my mom, Hillary Rodham Clinton. I love you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you, Chelsea. You're also an inspiration to me and to all here on the stage and all of you and so many, literally millions around the world who share our commitment to make gender equality a reality. Now, we know well that no one person can do this alone, a theme of our plenary this morning. But the good news is we don't have to. Every single person in this room is an ally in the fight for the rights of women and girls. As Chelsea said, when we come together to forge partnerships and open new pathways to progress, we can do extraordinary things. Now, we saw that 30 years ago when delegates from around the world came to Beijing to shine a spotlight on the status of women and girls. And from that conference, we spoke to the world with one voice, a voice that said very clearly women's rights are human rights, and that moving toward the fulfillment of those rights is an urgent call. Since then, generations of leaders and activists and truly people from every walk of life, especially our truth tellers, who you've heard from now, have answered that call, including the women that we heard from who represent the voices of so many others. But let's be honest, the work is far from done. So it is time to close the wage gap once and for all. It is time to protect and expand access to reproductive health care, including safe abortion and quality maternity care once and for all. It is time to ensure that every girl, everywhere, can get the education she deserves to have once and for all. It is time to end gender-based violence and the excuses that keep it in the lives of our girls and women forever. It is time to tackle and end the climate crisis, which most disproportionately affects women and girls. And yes, it is time to end bigotry, discrimination, racism, misogyny, all of the ideologies that still stalk us once and for all. And it is time, finally, to make it old news to say that women's rights are human rights. I mean, I'm very grateful I had the chance to say that. I didn't think I'd still be saying it. Literally all over the world, day in and day out, because I thought we would have not only made progress, which we have, but we would have kept building on that progress, leading toward real equality. Now, many of you know there is an old saying that I particularly like: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. None of us can do this work alone. We need your ideas, your energy, your commitments. We need your commitments to action right here at CGI. We're excited by what we're doing to really formalize and integrate so much of our work into this fourth pillar on women and girls. So thank you for being here to be part of making this commitment real, for helping us to shape and inform this urgent effort, to bringing us your ideas about what you see as pressing needs. You know, women and girls here in this country and around the world face a lot of the same challenges. The same challenges that we have faced for a very long time. But we're also facing new challenges, aren't we? Brought about by climate change, new technology, new conflicts, refugee crisis, so much else. But we have never been more powerful or more committed. People ask me all the time, in the face of everything going on in the world, whether I remain optimistic. And I always say, yes, I do. I'm sometimes quick to add, I am an optimist who worries a lot, but I'm worrying so that we can bring people together to get things done, not to throw up my hands or to wring them, but to roll up my sleeves. I think we're up to the task together, and it's never been more urgent. So let's get to work and let's keep going. Thank you all so much.